because, gang, I got to tell you, this might be the last like big time COVID update I'm going to give you all, because there's almost like nothing to report. It's which is a good thing. There's almost nothing to say about this. Yeah. Hey, Kinaya, welcome back. Good to see you again. There's almost nothing going on over here. There's no major spikes. People are arriving. People are coming and going. There's been no sort of crazy stories. There's been no major outbreaks. The caseload is low. If you look at that little graph there, that gray sort of thing, there's no spikes. And so really, my advice to you is, this is really, really a good time if you want to come to Hawaii, because the crowds aren't here yet. You can still go and have empty beaches. And Scott, the beaches in Waikiki, they're totally empty, right?
Yeah, there's not that many people. And even here, I mean, there's not a lot of occupancy. They're giving out great room rates and deals, even early check-in, late check-outs. We have plenty of space in the restaurants, and we go out down by the pool, or we go to get in the jacuzzi or out on the beach, and you have kind of free will at it. There's not a ton of people, so you have the room.
Yeah. There's nothing. Dylan, have you heard? Is there any news? I did. I scanned all kinds of stuff, and I didn't catch any kind of out of the ordinary stuff that's going on. Is there anything on the big on that's COVID related that is worth reporting?
There was a little bit of an increase in cases here and there, but of course it's relative, right? I mean, if we get 10 new cases, it seems like a lot compared to other places because our population is small. But the big change that's COVID related over here is that they are scaling back the post. We were the only island with the required post-test. When you arrive, you have to do a pre-test and then a post-test, and you got to pass them both in order to get out of the quarantine. So, I mean, I think this is kind of obvious, but now that the visitors have started to increase, they don't have the funding and manpower to test every single person. So they're saying they're going to scale that back to 20%. So it's kind of going to be a random test when you get off the plane, if you're selected to get that secondary test when you arrive.
Yeah, I had caught that story, so I'm glad that you embellished it a bit, and that's good to hear. Heidi, have you heard anything? Is there anything on Maui COVID related that's worth talking about?
I mean, we're really lucky to throughout the whole pandemic, have a pretty low, relatively low number of cases. It seems like travel's getting a little better as far as people getting comfortable with the process of what they need to do with the pre-testing and get over here. Definitely don't just jump on a plane and come here. Make sure you get your tests, make sure you register, go through all the proper steps. The only thing I would say is, for visitors coming, be aware that masks are required here in public, and the local residents do really respect that and want that enforced. So, even if you have a negative COVID test, when you're in public areas, people are still required to wear masks here on Maui, but most people are doing that. So it's going along,
Yeah, Hawaii people have just if we have some time, we chat about that. One's like, what's the cultural thing behind like the mask? We just boom, mask wearing. Yep, everyone's on it, and everyone's wearing it. And to not wear a mask in public is like a big no-no. I even see people kind of jogging in the middle of nowhere, like with their mask on, and I'm like, okay, well, God bless you, man. Of course we wear our masks when we go shopping and when we go to areas. But when I'm walking the dog and there's nobody around me for, anywhere, I don't wear the mask, and I hope I don't get arrested. But anyway, okay, that's it, folks. Here's the bottom line. It's like I said, I'll probably keep reporting on it briefly, but there's not going to be a whole lot. Maybe we'll kind of do it where there's like some great exceptions or whatever, but it looks like stuff is working, which is absolutely fabulous news. And of course, if you combine that with the whole idea of it looks like the vaccine is going to be coming out soon. It's going to be great news for everybody. I think the big thing is that it looks like, and I'm sure the airlines are really relieved to hear this, that the airlines seem to have a way that's pretty good to keeping from outbreaks going on. So that's the great news. All right, let's move on.